We're going to talk today a little bit about breeding rabbits. First of all, you want to make sure that they're of age. 5 months typically. Males take a little longer to mature mentally. They're physically capable, but they're just not mentally ready. Some breeds will be able to breed earlier than that, so you want to separate them more like the 3-month mark. In this instance, the gray one is the male, and the other two are the females. You want to put her in his pen, not him in hers. If you put him in hers, he's just going to be sniffing around and not getting his job done. And also she could be territorial, and especially for a younger buck or a timid buck, then that can be very intimidating, and he won't want to do his job then because she's being mean to him. So rabbits are an induced ovulator, which means that they need to be stimulated in order to ovulate. You want to put them in, and then once they've had a successful breeding, then 8 to 12 hours later he needs to breed her again or she won't become pregnant. So successful breeding can be observed and told when he's not just mounting her, but he will fall off. And that has to happen or else it wasn't successful. So stubborn does sometimes can tamp down their rear and just refuse the buck. Sometimes the buck will allow you to interject there and to help him by picking up her rear a little bit while he's breeding. Some does don't like that either, I'm sure, but it doesn't matter what the doe likes as long as the buck will allow it. You can see some of those. See if you can just get back there and just lift it so that the tail is up, because this is the proper breeding position that she'll get into if she's interested. So you want to make sure that you're not breeding on an overly warm day because he will be infertile, so 70 degrees. Also, they can exhaust themselves on an overly warm day. When you're putting them in together, you want to put them in together for at least a day or two, up to about a week, maybe 2, but you want to watch it because they will start fighting and they can hurt each other. So you really don't want to leave them in together too long. So in this instance, we've put in, he's not showing a lot of interest, so we put in a second doe to kind of rev him up and cause him to be more interested. He's a young buck. You don't typically want to have a young buck in that's inexperienced in with an inexperienced doe. So you want to put him with an experienced doe who's going to know how to sit correctly for him to be able to breed her. And also you want to not put an inexperienced doe with an inexperienced buck because she's not going to know what to do. So all the way around you want to match the two correctly. So the gestation is 28 to 31 days on a rabbit. You want to give that an extra couple days, accounting for the ovulation time, the 8 to 12 hours. So don't be surprised. So once you have hopefully bred your rabbits, mark it on your calendar, and so you'll be prepared if they were successful, even if you thought they weren't. Apparently he's not going to breed right now. Yeah. And the all female wants us out. This has been Not Breeding Rabbits.